For the last 2 years, our lives had been significantly altered. The world as we knew it changed drastically, and it continues changing and asking us to adapt to new rules, new expectations, a new way of life. However, the only thing that remains constant and we can hold onto is God. God's word never changes. Our perspective does. His love never changes. The way we experience His love does. His grace and mercy never change. Our perspective and attitudes do. Yet, He remains that still voice that tells us how much He loves us, that He is here with us, and that His love remains unconditional. In Ecclesiastes 3, He reminds us that there is a time for everything, even a time that reflects the times we are going through in our personal life and in the world. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. God knows that each one of us is in a different season, and the world it is on its own season. Whatever season we are in, let us trust that God has plans for us, as it is written in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Let us be encouraged that God has our back. Let us remember that in every season our eyes must remain on Jesus.